Hi guys, it's been a while that I posted the previous part of this playlist of this project. So in this video we will complete our project and you can do the or stuff. You can add some front end, some designs, some log designs. That's up to you. So that will be the final video of this project of the playlist. So let's see what we are going to do. We are already do the major step in the previous video. We have deployed our app and added the custom domain. If you can see, the checklist is completed and the major part is already completed. So in this video we will do the leftover step that is important. So what we are going to do, let's make a checklist. First we are going to do the add the environment variables secrets in EKS cluster. So what we will do in this step, let's say if I go to this, let's see, this is our EKS cluster. What is this? It's EKS cluster, and that's it. This is the user repository URL. As you know, in the repository in the Next.js project, there is a .env file where user keeps their environment variables. And the user did not push their environment variable to the repository in the GitHub. So what we are going to do this in the front end, we have already added the Vercel like environment variables input, in which we are getting the key value pairs. So what we are going to do, what's the idea behind, we will create a .env.dummy file with the same key like database URL. With the same key we will create a .env.dummy file and give a value like dummy. Why we are going to do this? Because sometimes when you build the image, Next.js expects you to give variables at the build time. So that's why we have to, so we will give this dummy file as the during build, so our build will get successfully done. After that build we will delete this environment.dummy, and what we are going to do with the original key value pairs, we will create secret, create as secret, and we will mount it to the pod or deployment. So we have already seen these steps in our Kubernetes playlist. If you haven't seen that video, I will probably add a card here on the top right corner. So make sure you watch this video, then you will understand this mount step. We have already covered this step in that video. So that's going to be our design, छोटा सा system design. So let's see. Let's play with our variables. This is our worker, EC2 worker. Go to your command.sh. So before going into the script, let's finish our checklist. And After added this, what we are going to do, set up Prisma in the worker, update the job status in worker, fetch the job in frontend, store the logs. Sixth, show the logs to the user according to job status. Like, you will see the logs until the building and running step. If the build is succeeded, you will see the app URL. So that's going to be our checklist. So let's go to our worker, come to your command.sh file. We have already getting the environment variables, so let's create a dummy file. After copying the docker file, let's add a step, echo creating dummy environment file dot dot dot, and so the format is echo the environment variables, this where's this. So that's some kind of syntax. I've also copied the syntax from the internet, so don't think me as a copying things from Google isn't a bad habit. So what we are doing in this is a environment variables. What are these? It's a key value pair. We are getting every key in this from this string and giving a value dummy. That's it. And as you know, this is we know is to create a file. So we have given this name .env.build inside this project. Then in the docker file we have to change one thing before this build. Write copy .env.build.env. So this will copy this dummy environment in our working directory of the container. So that's the dummy file. After the image is pushed, let's delete. That's optional if you want to delete or not, because this is inside this project. We are deleting it because it's not of use anymore. So after this setting of a health chart, we have to create secret. Let's give it a name, release name, secret, a unique name, then after creating this namespace, let's create a secret, creating secret. You can give the if else case like this, if the environment variables has any values or not. So that's your work. Now we have to copy the same format. Let's copy this and now remove this dummy file. Now we have to add the value dot value, and we are storing under a temporary folder. So now name will be job ID. So that's our format. Now let's create kubectl create secret. That's we have do a lot of times. The secret name from file .env, the folder, copy this inside what namespace, inside this namespace. So now this command will create our secret. So this step is done. We have to do one more thing. Go to your chart and inside templates, inside deployment, we have to mount the .environment file to the secret. So after this container port, write a volume mount, volume mounts like this. Give it a name, environment file, read only, true, the mount path, slash app, this is a working directory, and .env, and make sure you will add a subpath because that's important. If you do not add this subpath, what this mount path will do, it will remove your all your files inside this working directory app and add this single file. So make sure you add a subpath .env, and after that in the containers add a volumes name environment file secret and add a secret name. What's our secret name? It's this release name as secret. So that's our mount has done. Let me verify the secret name. Yeah, secret, correct. Yeah, this rest is the same. So this step our completed. Let's set up Prisma in the worker. Go to your Prisma Node.js. Read the docs. Install these commands. Open your terminal. Bun add. Copy these. You can use npm also inside bun. Package.json. It is refreshing my worker. Copy these. So let's wait, it will take around a minute. Yeah, it's working now. Let's add the remaining dependencies. It's fast. What's the next step? Update. Bun x bun prisma init. It has created the prisma and a .env file. Let's create a lib folder also. We will add a db.ts. In the prisma schema, go to your front end. As the front end, go to your schema prisma. That's our let's we will do after it. Copy your enum and model job. Go to your worker and paste these. Same dot environment. Copy your same front-end database URL. Paste it right there. Now run npx bun x bun, where it is creating the rate lib prisma db push. bun x bun prisma generate. It has generated. I don't want it here. Delete this. So @ does not work here, right? How about this? Yeah, I got it. Now lib slash. So that might be the perfect. Yeah, that's what I want. So let's see this step and what it is saying. libprisma.ts. Add this. In bun, it is automatically gets the .env file. We don't have to add this, but for the security, additional security, what if it gives error? Generally in bun we don't add this .env because we can directly access the environment variables directly from the .env file. So let's do as it say, copy this Prisma file. Yeah, that's it. Now go to your index.ts. What's the first thing we have to do? Currently the status is queued or pending. Now we have to give the status building. Go to your index.ts. Await prisma dot job dot update where id body dot job id and the data is status building, and if the error comes, failed. Now it is looking perfect. And after the if the run command succeeded, update the same success. So we have added the states, updated the states. Now what's the next thing we have to do? Set a prisma in the this completed, fetch the job in backend, fetch the job in front end. Let's go to your front end. That's our front end. Now let's get that. First go to your hooks, add router, const router, next navigation, after it router dot push job data dot, what's the data it is returning? Return SQS client. Why we are returning it? Just return the ID, or you can do cut this and paste it right there, return. Now the data ID, that's correct. Let's create a page, app job deploy. That's a dynamic route, it will be not accessible, but you can add more page routes in there. Job, add a job ID like this in array, add a page.tsx, job ID page, return job page. Let's get the ID from this parameters, params. It will be a client component, interface, job ID page props, and the params will be the promise. So it can, sorry, it can be the client components. That's my mistake. Add a job ID as string. Now we have to make this server async function. If we use client component, you cannot use this async right there. That's only for the server components. Let's get this job ID. Await params. Let's get this params. Get the job ID. Let's create a client component. Job page. Job ID. Go to your component shared. Add a job page .tsx. This will be your client component. Export function job page. Interface job page props. Let's return an empty div. So that's done. Let's go to your trpc and add a get status. Get job status router base procedure dot input z dot object job ID string z dot string dot minimum 1. It can't be optional. After that, add a query function. Get the input. That destructure the input. Now await prisma dot job dot find first where id is job ID. If there's no job ID, return new trpc error. Can we use this inside router? I don't know. Code invalid credentials, bad request. Add a message invalid job ID. If we find a job ID, so what we have to do? Let's remove the get job, const job, and return this job. That's fairly simple. Go to your hooks and add a function. Copy this trpc, return. You will use query from the React 10 stack React query and add a function get job dot query options. It is expecting a job ID, so we will take this job ID as an input of this function. Now it's fine. After this we have to refetch query. How do you refetch it? Let me see inside this. Yeah, refetch. Yes, refetch interval query const data. Let's extract the data from this query. Query dot state dot data. If there's no data, or if the data dot status, what's the data? Let's go to the app router, and we don't have to return this error, we have to throw this error, so that's our mistake. Now you will see if the status is queued, or if the status is building, then refetch the current logs. Return. Let's give a refetch interval of 500 milliseconds, else false. Return false. So that's it. Go to your front end. We will see in a bit, because I have already added the Kubernetes. If I, for demo, it will be start building, so in a real Kubernetes cluster. So let me build it first. We have done this fetch this job. Next is store the logs. Before storing the logs, go to your job ID page. Let's get the logs const use get job ID, get the data as job, if the job dot so what's the next? Let's build this, show some UI stuff. Let's add a div, class name flex dash call item center, justify justify center, height of screen. After this, let's add a div, if job dot use get job. Why it is not getting the job dot status? If it is building, loader to size of 6, animate spin, your project is building, class name flex that row center, gap x2, project is lined up for deployment. Let's give some other icon. Project is building. If the project failed, you can create a reusable a record, like if the status is this, use this icon and use this text. I'm creating in like a raw, like a raw developer. I'm not anything fancy. That's your work. It's not a good habit to add these reusable things. You create a record in which you store this status with this icon, or create a object like const status and create a object. The status is this, show this, and like icon from the Lucid React. You can use it like that. Your project has failed. triangle alert, text red 500. If the state is success, check circle icon, text emerald, deployed on app http project is deployed. Yes, add a link, give it a href like http app this job id .rsx dev.co.in as child, visit your site. Yeah, this much is enough, and we will create a logs for that. So let's create logs and we will see these all in action. Go to your Prisma schema, add a model job log, id string, and after the id add a message string. What's the job id? Job, add a relation fields, references id, on delete cascade, logs, job logs, and same. That's it. Stop your server and write npx prisma migrate dev name added job log table or model. It will take a time, so let's wait. So migrate has been applied. npx prisma generate. When it is generating, copy this model, Go to your worker schema. That's it. Prisma DB push. And copy the relation also. Updated job model. Copy and paste. DB push. Prisma generate. So our worker and front end synced. Let's run our front end. Now first let's store the logs. We are doing this fifth step. I have not written the checklist in broad. Go to your worker and go to your index.ts. Oh, there's two projects already. Go to your index.ts. Inside this run command function, we have to add the logs right here. So create a buffer. We will store the logs in a buffered way. Means some logs get stored. So we will store the logs in chunks. We will not store the whole build log in one message, so it will not look nice and it will not give the stream logs feature. So we will store these logs in a chunks. So let's buffer and create this inside this promise. After this, create a function, reusable function, store logs async. If there is no buffer, means no message, return it. Nothing to store. No data buffer. Try catch console dot error failed to write logs. Error. If the error comes, clean the buffer. Sorry, not clean the buffer. After the error, clean the buffer after this function. When this try catch completed, you can use the finally if you want. So let's store the logs. Prisma.joblog.create data. Let's create a UUID by crypto. What's the job ID? And the message is the buffer. So that's the reusable function. Now let's store the logs. Buffer log and process.stdout dot write log buffer. Let's create this is a information. If buffer dot length is 500, call our function. Copy these steps, paste it same right there. If the error so we don't want this. So that's the build logs and build errors. These are the this spawn errors or the terminal errors. We don't want to store these errors into the database, so let's console log it. This is the spawn error, this child process error. To be specific, let's add it. Let's see what we wanna see if we add this. Not log the error dot message and async before rejecting this. Let's store the logs. So if you not await this, it will directly reject the error and reject this process, spawn process. Yeah, this it's correct, so no need to log this. Now we have written the logs inside our worker. Now we have to fetch these logs to store the logs. Now it's time to show the logs to the user. So let's do in a fast way. Go to your trpc and get job logs. We want this input, copy this dot query find many where job ID is job ID. So make sure I'm doing this because we know it's gonna be the job ID. First, make sure you check the job it is correct job or not by checking this error. Just copy and paste it, then return this. Now go to this hooks, export const, use get job logs, same, it will be the same also, return use query trpc dot refetch interval, let's say 1 sec. If that's good, let's use this inside the front end. Const logs use get job logs. Now render these logs, const render logs, return a div, give it a class name, width full, height of 96, rounded LG, border padding of 4, overflow Y auto, text SM. And logs dot, don't use, we will use the flat map because it's good for the strings. The log split this message by the new line and map the line index, const key log idx, the line idx. Now return it the div line. Let's give it a key and a class name. It's text gray 500 and let's give it a bg black. White space. So that's it, and create one more thing. Const ref bottom ref use ref. Why this ref? Because we are adding a auto scroll feature to the latest logs. Use effect. Scroll into view. Behavior will be the smooth. That's it. Now add a self closed div and give it a ref bottom ref, and let's render the logs after this div. Gap of 4. Job dot status is building or status is failed, then show these logs. So that's our log. Restart our server. We have added this also. Now test it. Now let's start the function. First let me check. No message in queue. Copy your URL. Give some environment variables, Postgres, dummy @dummy 5432 dummy Loki host. Now let's deploy it. You will redirect to the jobs page and you can see that your project is building. Why I can't see the logs? There's some error. That's why I'm not seeing these logs. Let me fix the error. I have removed the render logs function because there's some errors with these refs and use effect. Now I have written like this, so I can see the logs correctly. Now my project has been failed. Let's see the why cannot create this. I think we have made some mistake. The error was fairly simple because we have not added this directory changing this slash. So let's recreate it. Go to here. Now we can see the logs also. Copy, paste. That's the let me write it. Deploy it. You can see your logs, and you can give some colors also, like if the error this line, give the red color. Currently there are some bugs. It is giving error on the build logs. Our project is deployed. Let's visit our site. We have not added target blank. Visit site, advance. Oh god, HTTPS, no, HTTP. Copy, private window. As you can see, our app is deployed on this domain, and go to your cluster and ctl get namespace. See, the namespace has been created. What's the it's the 3D, this one, kubectl get all. Everything is running. Let's get the secret. Kubectl get secret. As you can see, this secret has been created. Now kubectl get pods. That's the pod. Copy the name of this pod. Kubectl exec it pod in the namespace this -sh. Now we are inside this app directory. Now I want to show the .env file get. This is our environment variables mounts in the container. So that's the video. We have completed our project. Completed project, tick mark. So make sure you like the video and give it a thumbs up for the effort I'm putting in, and make sure you watch my other playlist also, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you.